Hi guys, a very good afternoon, good morning. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal. I'm Jasin Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of I'm Decor and Design, and we are in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions. And as you know, it's a Saturday, and we recently had the festival of the Shera, and we are looking at Diwali now. So the weather is also changing, and the talks about the air quality and stuff like that. And honestly speaking, people like me who've never had anything for so many years, for the last 2 3 years, it's not been that great. I think a day after the Shera was when the IPL and everything started. But otherwise, on the whole, I think the weather around is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's green. It's positive. It's warm. And you can see the sunshine right on me right now. And this is like one of the favorite things to do because I realize that I speak and share so much about things that spark joy and positivity and feeling good and stuff like that. And this is one of the activities, or this is one of the times most of us ought to take out and spend, where we can have maybe our favorite beverages. This is a cha, and this is a coffee, and I'm wondering which one to have first. But anyways, the point is this: that do stuff that sparks joy and makes you feel good. And it's a Saturday, so I was catching up on some reading to kind of do away with some thinking and improvise more on the intellect and knowledge and stuff. And as I go through this book, it talks about tidying up because the festival of Diwali is around the corner, and of course we have to be when we're working or doing something which is given to us. We have to be in areas or in a mindset where we can focus and we can kind of concentrate and get back and stuff like that. So I'm going to touch on these two topics. So the number one is create an environment. I'm so sorry. Create an environment where you can focus, and the only sounds in the hushed office are the tappings of fingers of the keyboards and murmur of me and my client in the middle of a discussion lesson. And my question is, does this spark joy? And he says yes. So I ask, is this important? He says, no, I don't need that anymore. And I asked, what about this document and what about this design? Or what about this topic of discussion? Is it important? And my client and my customer says, well, as about as being someone who was going to kind of quit my office last year, I think having some chats and discussions with you helped me revisit and recontinue. And the lesson that I learned during this was that it's important for me to be in an area or to be around people where I can focus better, and where I can, kind of begin teaching or imparting lessons, uh, in spaces rather than being just in quiet areas where I find at times there are no energy and there's no life and stuff. And at the same time, I'm pretty conscious. This is my customer or my client saying, and I'm picking it up in reference to this book. I feel that I'm loud, and I feel that I'm disturbing the crowd, and I feel that I'm a non-Indian. So maybe people kind of get conscious with me around and stuff like that because I sound different. So this is coming from a person who's from South Africa. And as we were having a chat, I had opened up and I shared with him about few of my own experiences and stuff. And I was telling him about this office where I was working from, and I've been there, before Corona, and then of course I shifted after Corona. But we realized that there were certain floors that there were people who were only in graphic designing and they were in call centers and stuff. So they would talk differently, their voices were different, their personalities were different, and the top floor had people who were interior designers, they were architects, and they were international media people, and they were telecommunication people, and there was this team of software business development team sitting in there. So when we got talking, we realized that some of us felt conscious or were inadvertently kind of pointed out by people that we are loud or we are kind of disturbing the crowd and stuff like that. And I'm sure it happens to a lot of people. And this is a South African person sharing it with me, and I was like, it's not us, it's actually the area of work and the floor and there is this conditioning, or there is this expectation from other people that we sound the way they want us to sound, we sit the way they want us to sit, we talk the way they want us to talk, not realizing that the way some people conduct and the way some people are, many of us can't be that way, because we've got our own individual personalities, and we've got our own way of communication, and we've got our own style of expression and stuff like that. And this book touches exactly this. He says, when tidying up your workspace,